God forbid my blessings can never, ever be tied to these humans. What's so special about them? Because they are twins? Eh? I beg. Many years ago, in the beautiful city of Lagos, a young doctor named Jide was on his way home after a long night shift. The rain poured heavily as his car whipped through the dimly lit streets. Suddenly, he heard a faint cry. He slowed down, peering into a dimly lit alley, and there, beneath a makeshift canopy of torn fabrics, lay two tiny babies wrapped in blankets. Jide's heart pounded. Who would abandon newborns in this weather? Without hesitation, he scooped them up, wrapping them in his coat. He looked around for their mother, but the street was empty. Jide took the twins home. As he stepped into his apartment, holding the babies carefully, he saw his wife Ronke sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone. Ronke, you won't believe what happened tonight, he shouted excitedly. I found these babies on the street. We can't leave them there, right? We should take care of them, right? We should take care of them. Ronke's face twisted in disgust. Are you out of your mind? You just picked up random children and brought them into my house? Jide, I am not raising another woman's bastards. Never. Jide begged, cajoled, pleaded, but no matter how much he pleaded, Ronke refused to accept the twins. I can never love them, she said. What's there to love about them? Because they are twins? Please. What's special about them? They are unlovable to me. If you want to raise them, do it yourself. I will never, ever touch them. Jide decided to take care of the twins himself. He initially got someone who came every day to stay with the twins when he was at work. It worked perfectly for him. He took over when he got back home from work. One day, Jide told Ronke, have you ever thought that these children could be the door of favor to us having our own children? They had been married for 5 years without any child. After all, Jide said, our people will say, Ori omo lo n pori omo waye. Ronke? Ori omo lo n pomo waye o. Ronke scoffed and shouted, ah, please, please, please. God forbid. These evil children can never be tied to my blessing. Ah, who are they? Because they are twins. Please, 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 please. Don't ever say that again. Days turned to months, and Jide kept caring for the babies. He named them Ife and Itunu, while Ronke grew colder. As they grew older, sometimes he would take them to his mother in the village to avoid Ronke's wrath. This continued till they were 6 years old. Ronke remained unkind to them, and she still didn't conceive. One day, as the twins played in the living room, Ronke finally snapped. Enough! I will not waste my life raising these children. She packed their tiny clothes and threw them out onto the street. The clothes and the girls. Jide was devastated, but Ronke didn't stop there. That night, she cornered Jide with a cruel snare. Let's be honest here, Jide. You are impotent. That's why you're clinging to another man's children. Me, I know I am fertile. If I were with a real man, I'd have my own children by now. Jide was humiliated, but he had a plan. He would make sure Ronke ate those words. The next week, he traveled to his village, and with his parents' blessing, he secretly married a young woman named Abeni, and within 2 years, she gave birth to a boy and a girl, Jide's own children. Meanwhile, Ife and Itunu wandered the streets, until a kind woman named Tenny found them. She recognized them as the twins Jide rescued and his wife Ronke detested. Tenny took them in. She owned a small catering business and gave them the love and care they had never received from Ronke. Under Tenny's care, Ife and Itunu flourished. Tenny also flourished. After 1 month of the twins living with her, she got a big catering contract to cater for foods and drinks at the wedding of the daughter of a senator. That contract changed Tenny's life as she made so much money from that one contract. She had to expand and employ more staff. She put the twins in a better school because they were so smart and intelligent. She delivered the contract excellently and it opened more doors for her. She became the most sought after caterer in the city. She also met a wonderful, handsome widower with two boys who loved her and the girls. They eventually got married and lived together in love. Ife and Itunu truly grew in stature, wisdom, and favor. They represented their secondary school at different academic competitions and they excelled. It was one of those competitions that Ronke saw on TV and madness got into her. Despite the fact that it had been many years, she recognized them immediately, and Ronke felt entitled to the twins. After all, she and her husband had rescued and housed them for 6 years. She became angry and decided to go confront Tenny. However, as she wanted to get into her car, a man wearing a white robe stopped her and said, "Do not drive yourself to a place of shame. You drove your blessings out of your life by yourself, and now it is too late for you. Go back home to avoid shame unspeakable." Ronke looked at him like he was a madman, opened her car angrily, and drove off. Ronke stormed into Tenny's compound with her face contorted with rage. She began to shout, "I am here to take my children back, oh, child stealer, child thief. Come out, bring my children out. I'm here for my children. Enough is enough. Bring my children, oh, bring my children." Tenny stepped forward, and her neighbors too began to come out of their houses. She looked at Ronke, arms crossed. "Your children? Which children?" She was actually initially confused. Then she remembered that the twins had once lived with Ronke and her husband. And she said, "Hey, you mean those beautiful girls you threw out like garbage?" No, 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 wait, wait, wait. Don't tell me you are referring to those lovely girls that you treated like trash. The neighbors that had gathered began to murmur. And then one woman laughed bitterly and shouted, "Ronke, Ronke, shouldn't you focus on Jide's other family instead of these kids? Eh? Fún ara ẹ̀ ń brain o. Fún ara ẹ̀ ń brain. Choose your struggles wisely. These girls are not your problem." Ronke's eyes widened in shock. "What did you just say?" The woman repeated it with her full chest. "Jide's second wife, that one in the village, Abeni. Oh, you didn't know. Ah, you didn't know. Ah, he has two children with her now. Ah, a beautiful girl and a strong boy. They are in the village. Ah, with your mother-in-law. Oh, you didn't know." Hey, like I said though, these guys are not your problem. Hmm? Everybody burst into laughter. Ronke felt the world spin around her. Jide had replaced her. She was humiliated. She felt so embarrassed. She turned and stormed out. She had never been this angry in her life. She was so full of rage. She stepped on the accelerator and she drove with the intention of going to fight it out with the new wife and Ronke's mother and Jide's mother. Blinded by rage, Ronke sped towards Jide's village, her hands gripping the wheel. Her mind raced. That fool! He thinks he can replace me. Ah, I will show him the stuff I'm made of. I will show him that I'm not a woman that can be trifled with. I will show him that. Suddenly, she allowed rage to distract her, and the car veered off the road and slammed into a concrete barrier. Unfortunately, Ronke didn't make it. She died on the spot. Days later, Tenny sat down in front of her home and watched as Ife and Itunu played. And she thought to herself, smiling, Fate brought you to me, and I will never let you go. As for Jide, he never shed a tear for Ronke. He continued his life with his village wife, Abeni, and two children. He brought them to the city. He knew that karma had simply done its job. Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy this story as much as I enjoyed writing it? If you did, please comment below. Let me know what you learned from the story. And let me know if you've ever heard of something like this before. Do you see twins as a blessing or as a curse? Do you believe that twins bring blessings to whatever home they find themselves? I believe so. I'm a twin myself, and everywhere I've ever been to, I've brought blessings, my twin and I. So let me hear your own opinion. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom tales. Hello, friends. It's your personal person, Cha. Thank you for watching and for being a part of this family. Please like and subscribe for more wisdom tales. See you in the next video.